Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Authentic Info Podcast. I'm your host at Master Job. Now, the DA is very obsessed with trying to crush the EFF. And you will wonder why, because my understanding is that all opposition parties were founded or formed to take government and not to continue to be an official opposition forever. But it seems like Helen Zille can see that the EFF is well organized, it has grown, and it is coming for them. Actually, it is going to surpass them. She made some calculations to say, and convinced the DA to say they must stop focusing on eating the ANC and focus on crushing their enemy. Who the enemy now they say is DA. I mean, it's the EFF. So you will wonder what type of political leader in opposition is that, who focuses on other opposition parties and not the ruling party, which means now they are going to try to come up with strategies to make sure that the AFF is isolated and seen as a political party which will never deliver services to the people of South Africa. They formed the multi-party charter consisting of IFP, ActionSA, and others. And in so doing, they said they want to make sure that they take out the ANC from power in 2024 and to ensure that they keep the EFF away. What type of leadership is that? Because we know opposition leaders to all work together to try and crush the enemy. The enemy now is the ruling party. But if there are opposition parties which now are obsessed with being official opposition and they want to crush whoever is behind them, it's a problem. And I think their members should see them for who they are. I mean, there are a lot of clever blacks out there who support the DA, and but when you check their understanding of politics of what DA really represent, you can see that they clearly do not understand. DA doesn't love black people. I'm surprised why Herman Mashaba is going back to kiss the devil. Is going back to kiss the frog. Because DA ousted him while he was doing good in Johannesburg. They say he was an EFF mayor. They took him out. Where is Mosmai Mane today? Where is Mpopalat? Where is Van Dam? So these are black people, black leaders who shown great leadership under the DA, but now they were isolated, they were removed from power, and some fabrications were made against them just to take them out. Herman Mashaba as a mayor in Johannesburg was a success, but they took him out. I personally cannot compare Mmusi Maimane to John Steenhuisen. John Steenhuisen is not a leader, it's not a politician. Mmusi Maimane convinced a lot of black people to join the DA and to support the DA. But they used him for votes and got rid of him. But we still have clever blacks who are still hopeful of this DA as a political party, who still support it, even though it is chopping every successful black man under its leadership or black person. When you show some sort of success or when they have used you to gain power, they get rid of you. And this is something that we should be careful of when we check these political leaders. Even the IFP, I mean, your people give you a mandate through votes and support, and then you go out there to make a declaration with other political parties without consulting the ground forces. What type of agreement is that? And these are some of the things that we once used in 2024 to say, okay, you are my political leader. You went to consult and form part of a coalition before we even vote for you. What were you thinking? Do you not trust yourself to that extent? So you can see that you will never rule South Africa. And the only way to do this is to form coalition with some political parties who we do not support. Herman Mashaba going back to work with the DA is a disgrace. That is why political parties like the EFF were misunderstood when they were just voting with some political parties, including the DA, and not forming part of coalition, not taking positions. Until in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, when now they started to take positions and form part of government. And now these other political parties can see that both Dr. Tswako and other EFF MMCs are performing very well. They can see. And it's a threat because people are going to use that as reference when they vote for the EFF in 2024. There are political parties like Patriotic Alliance whose leaders, whenever they are afforded an opportunity to show leadership, they do so. You can't take away that from a person like Kinukuni and say he's not working in Joburg. It's a lie. He's working. He's working, and people are going to use that to vote for PA. So if political parties like IFP, ActionSA, DA, and others are forming some alliance or coalition and prepare to lose in 2024, their members, supporters, should just help them lose in 2024 and vote for other political parties who are still independent, who are still going for elections without the help of any other opposition parties. Because it's a disgrace to see your political party, who you are hopeful that one day it must be the leader of government. You see it now forming part of coalition before you even go and vote for it. So why must you go and vote for a party that is prepared to lose? It's prepared to lose. Why is this DA very obsessed, with trying to crush the EFF? There's something there that I'm not getting. Maybe someone on the comment section must educate me. They are very obsessed with keeping themselves at number 2. They say they no longer want number 1. They no longer want to be the leader of the country. They no longer want to beat the ANC. They want to beat number 3. What type of leadership is that? When you are at the top, you want to crush the one who is coming. When you are next to the finish line, because they are there at the top. So that maybe they can see that they have lost 2024. And the reason they are losing is because the EFF is coming. So we should question ourselves to try and understand the reasoning behind Zille. I understand she's a politician. She has been there. She has made calculations. Maybe she can see that it's done. They've lost. But why do we still have black people in the DA? That's another question that I have. I'm not saying that white people should only form part of white political parties and black people shouldn't vote for white political parties. That it means I would be a racist. But I'm asking, why do we still have black people in the DA? Meanwhile, we can see that black leaders who formed something solid like the EFF are being isolated and called names. So a black person under the DA government shouldn't succeed, because the EFF is a political party that was formed by black people, led by black people, for black people. And within the DA, whenever their black leaders show some sort of success and understanding and trying to work for black people in South Africa, they are removed. They've done that with Mus Maimane. They've done that with Mpopalatse, they've done that with Herman Mashaba. And I'm surprised, why is he still going back? Maybe we must check whose money is Herman Mashaba using. Maybe it's handled by the same people who are handling DA. They are just told by boss that this is what you must do. This is the direction we are taking. So it's bad. It's bad, and I love what the Youth Brigade have done to call IFP to order, that it is removed, or it break away from that multi-party charter. This is Authentic Info Podcast. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's subscribe. Let's take it to 1,000. Let's take it to 10,000, 100,000. Let's grow. Let us reach other YouTube users. And let us share and like, comment, hit the notification bell so that when I upload the next segments, you are the first to watch them. Thank you.
This is not radio. Entrepreneurship.
Are you making money out of this? So they robbed you. Heads of money involves some.
Authentic Info Podcast.
Are you saying that there's no hell and there's no heaven?
When you talk about your childhood.
Music, art, religious talks, all in one on Authentic Info Podcast.